This segment is sponsored by VCU Health Pauley Heart Center.
The doctor is in, and you have questions. Today we're talking with Dr. Haim Bardwaj, a cardiologist at VCU Health Pauley Heart Center. Dr. Bardwaj, this is the perfect time. February is Heart Health Awareness Month. It's Heart Month, and this is a great time to have this conversation. We're so delighted to have you back with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Why is it that we celebrate or that we recognize February as Heart Month?
Well, it falls with Valentine's Day. That's the key thing, but cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of death in the United States, so it's very important, and we want to spend February focusing on that. We want to have the opportunity to highlight education, highlight what you can do for heart health.
We could really pause for a significant amount of time and think about the impact of it being the profoundness of instances of death,
Yes.
really. But the positive spin on that, and as a cardiologist, this is front and center for you, is talking about what we can do to put heart health to the forefront, what we can do to prevent it, and why we really need to be so aware.
Exactly. The key thing is recognition. Recognize what risk factors there are for heart disease. Diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol. If you can recognize that, get your lab work checked, make sure your diabetes is under control, your blood pressure and cholesterol are under control, that's a long way to preventing heart disease.
It's a bit of advice that we share often, that we hear often: know your numbers, be familiar with your numbers. There are plenty of friends watching right now who say, I don't want to know my numbers, or I know my numbers and they're not good, and I find that overwhelming.
Well, first of all, you're never too old or young to worry about heart disease and to know your numbers. I have patients who haven't seen doctors in a long time and they worry about that, but your doctor is your partner in your health. Knowledge is power. Once you know your numbers, you and your doctor can work together, and I work with my patients all the time to get those numbers better if they need to be.
And maybe it's idealizing, but I would feel like perhaps you are empowered once you start to learn those things.
Exactly. You can take control of your own health, and that's very empowering.
It's got to be pretty gratifying as a cardiologist then, working with patient partners and getting things maybe back on track.
And it's true. That's one of the reasons I went into cardiology, is because heart disease is so prevalent. The prevalence of that is so high. Every 40 seconds, someone in the U.S. will have a heart attack. So when I have patients and they are knowledgeable about their numbers and they do the things that they need to do, eat healthy, exercise, it's so gratifying.
And those start to fall into the category of prevention.
Correct.
There are ways that even if you then maybe have your numbers checked, start to learn and know your numbers, there are steps that you need to take if you're in that category of all things are good right now.
Correct. Heart healthy, dieting, exercise, always important. I also want to add that if you smoke, quit smoking, because that will help your heart as well.
I know there are also friends saying right now, I wish I could. That can be an incredibly challenging thing to do, but taking those steps can make an impact.
No matter where you are in your life, taking those steps are important.
If you're watching right now and you say, I need help, I know my numbers are not good, I'm aware of where I am, I need help, what can we do?
Well, that's why VCU Health is here. We were built for this. I work alongside other cardiologists, scientists, nurses who have dedicated their lives and careers to taking care of cardiac patients. So come see us. VCU has multiple clinics in Central Virginia. We also have clinics in Williamsburg and South Hill to help. So that is the key.
VCU Health is a key partner, and we mentioned the doctor is in. You're going to be with us for our event on February 29th, Thrive, the Women's Health and Fitness Expo.
Exactly.
This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, I'll be there from 11 to 1, so come on by and we can talk about heart health.
And that is a real-time opportunity to have a conversation with a professional. Thank you so much for being back with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Happy Heart Health Month.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you on the 29th.
Yes.
To learn more about the VCU Health Pauley Heart Center, go to vcuhealth.org/Pauley. You can also meet Dr. Bardwaj at Thrive, the Women's Health and Fitness Expo, presented by CBS 6. It's coming up Saturday, February 29th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Richmond Raceway Complex. For all the information, visit online, rvahealthexpo.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning.